Hello all, I hope you're all doing well. We are continuing with our weekly portion review, and this week, due to leap year considerations, we have a double portion that's joined together, Matot-Masei, which is tribes and journeys, or tribes and their journeys. And since it's a double portion, we have many different topics. We have the laws of manslaughter and justice, and there's the summary of all the tribes, all the people of Israel, their different journeys, and we have the cities of the Levites and the cities of refuge, which is a fascinating topic. Instructions on to entering the land of Israel, the boundaries of the land themselves. But like we always do, we want to focus on one of these topics. Today, I want to ask and focus with regards to the instructions of entering the land of Israel. Why does the Torah command the destruction of the Canaanite idol worshippers right upon entering the land of Israel? And couldn't there have been more of a humane solution, so to speak? Now, and this is a question obviously that troubles many of the modern minds of today. But our sages, in their infinite wisdom, also in the book of Joshua, of course, they explain that before war, right, the Canaanite nations were actually offered three different choices. They were offered the option to flee if they wanted to. They can make peace, or they could choose war. And if they choose war, they're met with war. And even among really the harshness of the act of the conquest itself, Israel did offer coexistence. Right, so as long as the basic moral code of the seven Noahide laws that we talk about often, if they were upheld, then we could coexist. There's a great example of this, which is the Gibeonites, right? Which they end up they were Canaanites, and they ultimately become allies, right? And our sages even say that during Moses' time, there were already a group then that already turned away from idolatry and were accepted. And this is we can learn this from the verse that relates to the woodcutters and the water drawers. But we also have an example of Rahab, right? Rahab and her family were also spared because they assisted Israel before Joshua attacks Jericho. So if that's the case, why is the command to not let any soul remain alive? Now, which is a very harsh commandment. Now, the Torah answers this that in Deuteronomy 20:18, so they will know not to teach you to do all their abominations. Right? So Maimonides explains this, that this was not out of cruelty or vengeance, but really the necessary stand against a civilization that's rooted in child sacrifice, and there's a complete moral depravity happening over here. And it was a war really for the future of humanity. Now, it's very crucial to mention that this command was limited to a specific time and place, right? This is not a timeless call for violence. And really, the Torah addresses the brutal world of its day and planted within it these seeds of justice and compassion that eventually will have to bloom. Now, Rav Kook wrote that without this moral firmness of the Israelites, the ethical light that Israel brought to the world might have never emerged. And even today we see that peace really only comes when evil is clearly confronted. And this is clear from the aftermath of World War II. Now, transitioning to today, October 7th really reminds us a lot that radical evil still exists. And while we've come a long way, we still have to be aware of the reality we live in. And when innocents are really slaughtered and cruelty is celebrated, we are called, just like the days of Joshua, really to have moral courage. And the Torah's fight is not with nations. It's with cruelty. It's with idolatry. It's with chaos, right? When there is the tov vavoh. But the Torah's vision is not for endless war, right? It is the hope that even Ishmael, our brother, will ultimately choose life, right? That we could live together. Not in this is not an illusion, but really a shared vision of dignity and truth that we have with the whole world. Our mission is not to only defend ourselves, but to prepare a future of justice, of holiness, and of peace. Really, that everyone who wants to could choose the path of life. I wish us all a Shabbat Shalom. Take care.